So coal production and steel production in Satisfactory brought me to face some new and interesting challenges, especially when I'm trying to keep everything looking smooth and perfect to coincide with my OCD. So let's dive straight into the episode and find out how I overcome them challenges and what they were. So the goals for this episode will be steel production, coal power, and then hopefully we will get all of tier 3 finished, and if we're extremely lucky we can get phase 2 of the space elevator done as well. So first of all we need to head over to our hub, and what we can do is, if we are quick enough, we can do both of these milestones at the same time. So coal power, we need reinforced iron plates, so we've got 50 of those, need some rotors and some cable. So that's that all sorted, and then if we head to the steel production, we can input these as well, so they're ready. And there we go, there's 1,000 copper wire. So we have done this as well. Cables, there we go. Okay, so if we're quick enough we can launch this, select a milestone, we can head back into steel production and we can launch that one as well. There we go, and there goes our pod, and it will return in about 10 minutes, which gives us a little bit of time to get everything sorted. Okay, so now let's have a look and see what we need for our new foundries and our coal production. The water extractor, looks like we need copper sheets, which is something I haven't got in production yet. We've got enough of the coal generator, so that's fine. And let's have a look at these pipes. So yes, we're going to need quite a few copper sheets. Copper sheets is quite simple, it's just a copper ingots, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So what I might do is put another splitter in this conveyor belt. Our copper production is doing perfectly fine anyway, so we can probably be okay with putting another splitter here and then putting another smelter and constructor. Okay, so let's grab our splitter. Let's pop it there and see if that still works. Seems like it is still producing into there, so that's absolutely brilliant. So what I'm going to do is utilize this little gap that we have here. Hopefully the constructor will fit inside it. Oh, look at that. It fits perfectly where we want it to. That's absolutely brilliant. From the smelter we can go straight into the constructor, select copper ingots in that one, and then from there we can just go straight into storage. There we go. Now all we need to do is connect to these with power. Yeah, we'll just utilize the rest of the spaces we have for this. There we go. So now we should have copper sheets in production. Hopefully that's all running smoothly. It is. That is what I like to see. So there we go, that's our copper sheets solved, so that's always good. Okay, so now we have our copper sheets in full swing and full production. We need to find some coal, so let's scan our new coal, see if we have any available anywhere. Okay, so 471 meters that direction. That is definitely quite far away. Let's go and have a look and see whereabouts it is exactly. And there we go. Okay, so hopefully we have some coal here. Once we just get rid of this spitter, wherever he seems to have bugged into the rog. And I can't get him still. That's fine by me. Oh, that was nice and easy. Okay, so is this coal? This is coal. Okay, so we have coal over here. What we'll probably do is we'll probably get a conveyor belt all the way over there, and then we'll split it into steel production and then also into the coal generators as well. So I think the first task is to get a miner down. We'll sort of go for that. That looks a bit better there. And we've somehow got to get power over here as well. But I think I'll get the conveyor belt built first, and then we'll go from there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so I was laying out my conveyor belt and we've come across our first challenge. We have this great big rock here. So my solution is going to be, I'm going to expand the factory. But what I would like to do as well is kind of keep the greenery under here. I have got some new architecture, so I've got some pillars. So what I might do is sort of put the pillars from this ground up and then kind of build the wall around the factory and then put the foundation on top. I think it will look quite nice. So what I think I'll do is I'll quickly do that. It shouldn't take me too long, and then I'll showcase it after, and then we can finish getting this coal production into play. Okay, so here we are. This is our level 2 foundations. So this ramp here is just temporary, just for me to be able to go up and down. I'm going to utilize a new little unlock that I have. I have a conveyor lift hole, so what we're going to do is utilize this, probably in the middle, just like this, and then we can kind of go from here and we can sort of bring the conveyor belt this direction. I've never used the lifts before, so it's a bit of a learning curve, but I think I've figured it out, so that's good. So we can go there, that should be good. Okay, so I think I've figured the lifts out now. Was a little bit of a learning curve. I've never used them before. That's kind of cool. So we can pop that there. And now we should have it coming straight up to here. Okay, so next we need to figure out where we're putting our coal generators. As far as my research goes, the coal generators do produce 75 megawatts power. I'm probably going to go for 4. That should give me plenty of power to start and to expand with as well. So let's move them forward. The start of this grid, yeah, that looks good there. We will link these up here, and then I've got to try and figure out the best way to do this. I have a slight change of plan. What we're going to do is put the conveyor belt lift holes here, and we'll run the conveyor belt from underneath straight up, and I think that will be a better idea. Okay, so that's that one there, and that one, and that one. Okay, so do we need to put a conveyor belt in here, or does it? No, it looks like it's automatically joined, which is pretty cool. I like that. So I need the conveyor belt lifts again. So we need to go to about there, and we need to do the same there, and the same here, and the same on this one. I do have a feeling it's a bit too close to our pillars though, so we might have to move them. But what I'm thinking about doing actually is expanding this one across, and we can hide our pipelines from that direction, because there's the closest water source is over in that direction. So we can run the pipeline across here, along here, making it nice and neat and tidy. So we'll get rid of these pillars for now. There we go. Okay, so now we can run our conveyor belts and our splitters. So let's get our splitter, that rotation. There we go. So that one there, and then we have that one there. Okay, so let's get these conveyor belts done first so I can make sure they're straight. I really hope they are going to be straight. That one's a little bit lopsided. I don't think there's anything I can do with that though, just because of the way that the foundations and that are laid out. And then we can just connect these up to here, connect them up, and then we can connect these up as well. And there we go. So now I can hopefully connect this conveyor belt here to this one, and we should be ready to rock and roll once we get power over to the coal miner. So what I'm going to have to do is temporarily run some power all the way from here all the way down to there, just to get this up and running, and then we need to sort our water source out. Okay, so I've temporarily put power to our coal miner, but hopefully any minute, yep, there we go, we can see coal is entering our conveyor belt system in a nice steady flow as well, so that's good to know. And hopefully it will come up to our lifts and into them. So let's head on down and watch our lifts in action, shall we? So it looks like our lifters should be working. They are. So the first one's working, that's pretty good, and then hopefully the second one will start working, that's good as well, and then hopefully the third and the fourth one will work. And then we know we've got a steady coal production, so that's good. So number 3 is working, and then it's going to take a while for number 4 to take anything, but it should be a steady enough flow. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it if we have any problems with that. So let's just head over to our coal production, just make sure we've got some in there. We've got 15 per minute, which hopefully it should be enough. Once we get the water hooked up, we can see how efficient it is. So next we just need to sort the water out, and then at least then we've got our coal production up and running, producing us a bit more power, and we don't have to worry about biomass, which is good because I'm fed up of collecting leaves and collecting wood, if I'm completely honest with you. So what we're going to do is head over to this water source that I've marked on the map. Perfect, it's actually not as far away as I thought it was going to be. So my plan is to run the water pipes. I'm going to run it just along this wall here, and then I'll probably extend the foundations just to cover it, and we'll go straight into the coal generators. Let's go ahead and go on to logistics, and we've got pipelines. So let's see what we can do about lining this up. So we can go from here. Right, okay, so it basically works the same as a conveyor belt, so we can kind of manipulate it and move it to however we want. Seems pretty good to me, works in my favor. So we can pop that one there, and that kind of clips into that wall there, into that cliffside, sorry. So now we can kind of head back over to our water source. We can get our pump down and we can connect it to here. So let's run this pipe over here, kind of a weird angle here. I think here is pretty straight, and then we'll connect to this one over here as well, and then we can pretty much extend it over to here. So that's good. So first of all, let's get our pump in there. So we'll get our pump in, we can see our outlet here. What we might actually do, if we do 3, we can utilize this pipeline cross junction as well. So let's just build 3 just to be on the safe side. I'm not exactly sure how it's all going to work and run. Hopefully I have placed them in the right position, because I'm not entirely sure if I have or not. So let's connect this pipe up to here first. We'll bring that down to over here, and we kind of want it in line with this one. So we'll snap that to there. Then we can get our pipeline cross junction. Okay, we can. That's perfect. Can we do it like this? Kind of want to make it so, okay, we can connect that one to there now, so that's fine. So this to that side, lovely, and that to that side. And now we just need some power cables, because apparently we need to give these power, which obviously makes sense. And then we can connect this one to that one there, and that should provide us power to the water pumps. Hopefully they are all working as they should be. Recommended max headlift 0 meters. Have I got them placed in the right position? I don't really know how these pipelines pumps actually work. Okay, you absolute complete idiot. These are just not what we need. These are to kind of pump water in an upwards direction. So yep, that's just me being stupid. So what I actually need is the water extractors. Production water extractor, there we go. Mr. Clever Clogs over here clearly did not know how to use them. So looks like let's just pop down one, and let's just have a look and see what the configuration is. So flow rate 600. I think maybe 1 would probably be enough for now. Let's just go for 1 for now. Let's just get rid of these pipelines. So we'll go from here and we'll go into there. Our water pump should be operational now. It is. Okay, at the moment we've only got about 140 say meters cubed per minute, so I think we are going to need probably a little bit more than that. I think maybe we do need to build another one next to it, and then we can connect it with a junction box. So we'll place another one down, and then we can get our pipeline connector. Cross junction just about here is fine, and then what we can do is get a pipeline from this one to this one over here, and then we can get our power cables and we can connect that one as well. That should give us plenty of flow. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of water in the pipe, plenty of water in that pipe. Oh, this one is filling up. It's just taking a little bit of time. It might be worth putting a pump in just to hour it, because I think it's just going to increase the flow rate a little bit. So let's put a pump in here. We want the correct orientation, so we'll go for that one there. We'll place that there, and then we'll get our power cable from here. So let's see if this is working now. Okay, so we've got a good flow rate here, so that's definitely a good idea to put one of them in. But let's just get the rest of these pipes done. So we're going to go straight along here, up there, and we'll scoot this one across. All right, let's just check our flow just down here. So we've got 151 flow rate. Maybe it's worth sticking another pump just in here, because we can use this power line to power it up there. So let's get some more pipes down. Okay, pipe's too long there, so what we can do is go to there, and we can go a little bit further along to the end of the foundations there, and now we can put our pipe junctions in and connect them to up there. So we'll head on up the top here, and we can connect them straight to here. So we can clip it through the floor. That's kind of cool. It's not quite going to work the way I wanted it to. So what I might have to do is do it a really ugly way, and I really don't want to do it this way because it's not going to look very pretty. Okay, let's go for plan B. So let's go like that. And then what we are going to have to do is put another pump in here, because I think it is going to struggle otherwise. Okay, so let's head on back up. Obviously you'll have to bear with me trying to figure things out. So we're going to connect this pipe here, and then what we're going to do is put a cross junction just in here, connect this one to here. In fact, what we can do is just go straight along here. Why didn't I think of that before? We can just go straight along here, and then we can just join them all up. Sounds like a bit more of a better plan to me. Pretty straight. There we go. Okay, so now we can connect that one to there, and then what we're going to do is connect this one and this one. So we want that one there, and then we want this one here. Then we can get our pipeline in place. Okay, so a little bit messy, but it all turned out okay in the end. So now our coal generators should be generating power. Let's just roll around this side just to double check it's all working. Let's configure. Okay, so we've got plenty of water, so that's good. We're consuming 45 and we are currently taking in 50, so that's good. And we've also got plenty of coal as well. So we've got 300 megawatts of power for each of these coal generators, which means we could probably get rid of all our biomass burners now, which is probably something I'll do sort of in between episodes. I'm going to tidy up all my power lines now that I know everything is all working. I'll probably tidy them all up, make them all hidden, make them look nice, a little bit more satisfying, because it's kind of triggering me a little bit, to be honest. The complete spaghetti junction I have is not satisfying me at all. So let's get on with our steel production next, I guess. So let's see what we need for our steel production. So we need a foundry, and if I remember rightly, we need coal and iron. So we do need to find another iron resource. Okay, so let's scan for another iron resource. I think there is a couple over there, so that's perfect. I can have 2 as well, because I do need to do some smart plating. So smart plating needs reinforced iron plates and rotors in an assembler. So what I might actually do is put a splitter in here, and then I can make the smart plating production just in this area here. So we have an iron ore vein here and just one here as well. So what I'm going to do is place 2 miners down, and then we're going to get a merger into a Mark II belt, and we're going to go straight to that corner there, and then we'll take a lift up onto the platform. I think that is going to be the best way to do it. So we're going to rotate this around in that direction. Seems pretty good to me. And then we're going to get another one just down here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get a Mark I conveyor belt to over here. We only want a short one actually, because we want to go straight to merger to there. So we want to go for a merger and to get the orientation right to there, and then we want another Mark I belt from this one straight into our merger. So we'll make sure this is nice and straight, and then we can go from here into this merger. That looks pretty straight to me, and then we're going to go straight into it. Now from here we can take our Mark II belt and we can go straight to this corner. Try and hide it as much as possible so it doesn't look like a complete mess. We will loop around here. So there we go. And we're going to put a lift hole just here, and then we need to head on back up top. We need to put our conveyor belt lift there. We want a Mark II lift. We do certainly indeed. So that one there, and we can head back down, and we want it just here. Go. And then we can get our Mark II belt, and we can go from here straight into, and apparently we haven't got enough reinforced plates, which is very annoying, because I also don't think I have any screws on me. I guess we'll head get some reinforced plates then. There we go. And now we just need to provide power to it all. So we'll go from here. I think we'll just follow the conveyor belt, I guess. Okay, so that's the miners hooked up with power, so they should be producing plenty of iron very shortly. So we have our coal just over here, and we have our iron now. So we've got the resources for our steel production. Now we just need to actually get some foundries underway. Let's just double check what we need. So still, I just want to get the steel production in play ready for phase 2. So let's see what else we need. First off, framework. So we need modular frames, and we also need steel beams. Tell you what we're going to do. Now I've got the basic resources up here. I'm pretty happy because I've come to the realization for the steel plating and for the versatile framework and stuff, I am going to need a few resources that are down here. So what I am thinking about doing now, and I'll probably do this in between this and the next episode, probably going to do is demolish all of this. I'm going to bring this iron input we have over here. I'm probably going to extend this platform. So I'll make a second floor, so we've still got space underneath for something else if we choose to. I'm probably going to extend this across, covering over the top of this, and move this basically up a level, because I am going to need all of this, and I do want the rotors and the reinforced iron plates, I want them next to each other, which at the moment they're not, so I'm going to rearrange that a bit. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Unfortunately, we didn't complete as many tasks as we wanted to. I've had a few challenges to face, and admittedly I kind of bit off more than I could chew in regards to the goals, but I've learned a few things, and hopefully you newer players of Satisfactory have as well. If you are a veteran of Satisfactory, feel free to leave any tips or comments down below. Your help would be much appreciated. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe as well for more Satisfactory videos and to follow me on my journey. It's been Kryptonite here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.